Hi everybody, I have some exciting news for you. Now, a little while ago, I had a little bit of a drama after posting a video of my cat, Bobby, at the vet. So I made a reel about Bobby being at the vets. And Bobby had herpes virus. He was being treated for that at the vets. And most people were like really cool about it. I'm like, wow, you're sharing that information. Thank you for sharing. We're really, happy that you're sharing that information and all that kind of thing. But there were a couple of people who were a little bit pissed that I was doing that and that it was wrong for me to be sharing and helping, wrong for me to be normalizing cats having herpes virus. And there was a little bit of a cancel campaign that went on behind the scenes that you may not know about, involving some of my sponsorships and that. I'm very happy to tell you that I've come out of that with no concerns at all. It was a bit weird, a bit wild, a bit interesting. But what you didn't know was that was right in the middle of something that I've been working on. Now, I've been working on a toolkit, a Feline Herpes Virus Toolkit, and it is actually an ebook and some resources guides and a whole heap of stuff for breeders, whether you're a new breeder or a breeder that's been breeding for as long as I have been. We can all learn more about herpes virus. It can affect all of us at any time. It's for people that are actively having a problem with it in their cats at the moment. It's for people that are scared of having a problem in the future. And one of the things that is in this toolkit is a handout. And the handout is something that you give to new kitten owners as they are taking their new kittens home. And the handout explains to them what herpes virus is in a way that's really easy to understand, and that explains it as a virus and explains, what to do if it happens to their cats, what to do in terms of treatment, when to take them to the vet, that sort of thing. And it's a really good way to have that difficult conversation with people, because we all know herpes virus is pretty much in every cat. So I think the stats are like 70% of cats have it. So we know it's there. And it's especially prevalent in multi-cat environments, which is breeding cats. So it's probably something those kittens are taking home with them and that can flare up at any time. So having that information and giving that information to your new kitten owners and not having to have, talk about it too much and just be like, it's something that scares me. I'm scared of these kittens getting sick. I don't want to bring the topic up with these people because they're going to think I'm selling them sick kittens. It's a really good way to do it with a handout and a conversation. So that's in there as well. And I want to tell you, while I've been making this toolkit, that actually came up for a friend of mine, and she did have some kittens that were unwell, and then they were going to their new homes, and she was worried that the owners needed, I need to tell, should I cancel the sales? Should I refund them their money? What should I do? And I actually gave her a copy of the handout. The handout wasn't ready yet. It wasn't formatted up or pretty, but I still gave it to her, and she gave it to the new owners, and it was a really good thing. They were very grateful that she actually took the time to tell them about that. They were grateful that they knew what to do if something happened, and it just worked out really well. The kittens went to their new homes, and as far as I know, they didn't actually get sick again. They had been sick as babies. So yeah, that was really amazing, and I'm really excited to be able to share this with everybody, but I've also put it together with an ebook. There's, modules and stuff you can work through, and you can take the information that you want. You can work through the whole thing. There's even a bonus video in there about vaccinations as well. So I've rolled this all up in a bow. So if it's something that could be helpful to you, send me a message or put something in the comments. And here's the thing, even just saying that, I've just thought to myself, I don't think people want to put something in the comments because they might be a bit nervous about being so open about needing information about herpes virus in their cats. But it might be that you don't have active symptomatic cats. You just want to learn about it. You just want to make sure that you're doing everything correct so that you have less chance of there having problems with it. Or you could actually be right in the middle of a massive big outbreak of herpes virus and you just need some help. Happy to help in that way, because I really think we need to break down the stigma and the judgment around herpes virus. It's just a virus that our cats get. It's just a virus that our cats get. And the analogy that I use all through the toolkit is, I used to talk about it being like cold sores, and it is like cold sores in people. But an even better example is shingles. It's like cat shingles, basically. And so why we're making people feel bad because their cats are having this, why we're making people feel bad because it's an ongoing problem for people, I just don't understand. And yes, I openly say, and I've openly said for a very long time now, my cats have herpes virus. Herpes virus is something that hides in healthy cats. It hides in healthy cats. Every now and again you might have an outbreak. Bobby, my cat Bobby at the vet's, the one that I made the reel about, he has an outbreak. He has one probably maybe once or twice a year. It's nothing. And yet I have people saying to me things like, and this happened recently in the new cat breeders club, someone was going to be finding a new home for one of their adult cats, and they said this adult cat in particular sneezes every now and again, and they're worried about sending it to its new home because it sneezes, because cat breeders have had this idea that having cat flu in your cats is such a big, huge, shameful drama that, you know, if you send a cat to a new home and it sneezes, it's got sneezing, that person's going to reject that cat, want to give it back to you, want you to pay a massive vet bill, all of these things. And it's just not the case. If we have really good conversations with people about our cats when we send them to their new homes, our cats and kittens, these are cat things that can happen to cats, and this is what we do when it happens. We can then, these experiences and these transactions and these like changes in ownership can be so much less stressful. Because even me today, I do still have this thing in the back of my mind when every kitten goes to its new home. I hope it's okay. I hope it doesn't get sick. If it gets sick, they won't be happy with me. And what I've learned, and I should keep reminding myself, is that they will be happy. They will be happy. And if you explain to them upfront stuff like that, if you explain to them upfront stuff like feline herpes virus, if you explain to them upfront kittens can have accidents, if you do things like give them an insurance policy to go home with, all of these things all contribute to being much more confident about your kittens going to new homes or your cats going to new homes. But having a cat that occasionally has a bout of herpes virus doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't. And I talk about this in the toolkit as well. There's a lot of emotional stuff going around about this. And the fact that somebody made a complaint, like literally made a complaint about me because I was talking about herpes virus and because I had shared the fact that one of my cats has herpes virus, is just wild. It's just wild that we have this kind of thinking. And the idea that we can breed cats in a bubble without them being affected by stuff like this is just crazy to me. So I was halfway through doing my herpes virus course and my herpes virus toolkit, and I actually just was more determined than ever then to finish it, because I really think that it needs to be out there. It needs to be out there for people, to be a resource for them, to help them. I think that, you know, it's just amazing how this thing happens to our cats, and we don't help each other that much with it. We just go, oh, that's bad, and we don't help each other, when there's ways that we could be saying, well, you know, if you do this with your cat and then that with your cat, then this will happen, you know. So all of this information is all rolled up in the toolkit. There, like I said, there's an ebook which is like 20 something pages long, that describes all the different things you need to know about herpes virus. And then there's some quick guides which have got extra information. For example, there's a quick guide there on dealing with eye ulcers. I have had kittens with eye ulcers. I have had kittens that have had quite bad eye ulcers. The treatment of them and the way you manage them when you get home can make a huge difference to the outcome for the cat. There is a guide to vaccinations, and there's that bonus video that I have as well in there about vaccinations. So it's a whole lot of stuff all wrapped up in a bow. Anyway, yeah, if you have any questions about herpes virus, send them to me in a comment as well. And if you have any questions about anything else to do with cat breeding, I'm your girl. Send me a message and yeah, I'll help you. Okay, bye for now.